In this video, I'm going to explain to you what you should put in the different sections of your CV. In the profile or summary section, I recommend that you put what kind of job you're looking for, what skills you have to offer, and what your character is like. So whether you're looking for a private charter, motor, sail, what size of boat you're looking for, or a permanent or seasonal job, and then this is a place to specify that. Then put what skills you have to offer the potential employer. So rather than thinking about why you want to join yachting for your own personal reasons, think about what you can add, what value you can add to their team. So I see in people's CVs, I want to join yachting because I want to travel the world, which may well be true. It is for all of us. However, from an employer's point of view, they're looking at this thinking, what can this person offer me? So instead, you might want to say something like, I want to offer or contribute my 4 years of experience in a high-profile spa in England to a hardworking and successful yachting team. Something like that. It's a bit cheesy, but you get the idea. Also, then list what kind of skills and what kind of experience you have. So I've had 3 years in a gym as a personal trainer, and in 5 years doing private clients, something like that, something concise. And also put a sentence or two about your character. Are you hardworking, easygoing, sweet-natured, adaptable, patient, a good listener, confident, bubbly, talkative? All of these things, just a chance to sell yourself to the potential employer. But keep it short, keep it one paragraph for the whole of the profile. Next up, I would suggest that you put a skills list or treatments offered list. So if you're a spa therapist, I want to know what kinds of massage you do, what kinds of beauty treatments you do. Put everything down there that you're qualified to do. And if you're a fitness instructor, for example, do you do kettlebells, TRX, functional training, nutritional advice? The advantage of putting it there just underneath your summary is that it's super quick for an employer or an agent to have a look at to see if you've got the specific skills that they're looking for. The next section would be qualifications. So put your qualifications in chronological order with the most recent at the top, and include the institution where you studied, what dates you studied, and also how long the course was. I don't necessarily know whether a beauty course would be a year-long or a weekend course, so I would suggest including that. Next up, put your experience. Again, put these chronologically with the most recent position first, and think about your employer, what your title was, what the dates were, and list the duties. Make these concise, so it only needs to be 2 or 3 lines in order to put all of your experience on your CV. And in terms of what to include, I would include any jobs which experience is relevant, so spa or fitness, anything where you've had hospitality or service industry or customer service industry experience are relevant. And if you want to include any jobs that you've had great longevity, that is also something that employers are looking for in yachting. Even if the skills aren't relevant, they might be transferable. If you've got a section of your career which you don't think is relevant but you want to include, you could just put it as a title, like as a paragraph. So I spent 5 years in marketing in the UK for various companies. In the interest section, I would suggest that you're specific about what your interests are. I see a lot of CVs which have people say they like to read, walk, travel, eat food. Pretty much most people like to do those things. So I would say instead be specific and say, rather than say like fitness, say last year I trained for the London Marathon, for example, or I'm really interested in Asian cuisine, or I love to ski and particularly like the Alps, something like that, so that your employer can see a little bit more about your character. It might give you something to talk about in the interview too. Finally, you want to include your referees. You want 3 referees ideally from previous employers. And if you can get written references, that's much better. And it's much easier for the agents and employers to check on those. And it's less work for your past employers to include their names, email addresses, and phone numbers. And make sure you do that. If you have been self-employed, then you can include personal references or ex-clients if they're willing. They won't be as strong, but it's still good to have something that people can check on. For more CV advice, then check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel and have a look at my website too, www.angelsonboard.com.